While talking to Cecil Says, Chrissie Mayr admits to lying about not seeing Brittney Venti's message to come on stream to confront Melanie Mack. How about that? The thing that we already knew came true. I hope this is loud enough, because X has been really stupid about the audio recently. I don't know why they don't just normalize the audio across the whole platform. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck you, X. Come on, man. Get your shit together. Like, Threads does better. They have normalized audio. And I'm not trying to glaze Threads, because it's kind of a weird leftist platform. But, like, at least they got this shit under wrap.
Or shit. Yeah, no, I'm 100. It goes without saying. No fucking love for any kind of that bullshit. Emorsk for another $2 says, Chrissie, you don't have to put up with that bitches commie struggle session. Venty is worse than quartering. She has no room to talk. She tried to get people banned too. Fuck them all.
Okay, let's try this again. Fuck, man. Okay, that back down a little bit. Turn this down to like 150. Fucking hate X. It's my least favorite platform that I'm on. I'm not trying to just keep bitching about X, but like I don't know why people glaze it so much. And oh, that was another thing that Grok told me, is that I complain about the platform too much. And I'm like, well, okay, well, how are you supposed to know about the problems the platform has if you're not allowed to fucking talk about it? Okay, enough bitching.
Or shit. Yeah, no, I'm 100. It goes without saying. I have no love for any kind of that bullshit. Emorsk for another $2 says, Chrissie, you don't have to put up with that bitches commie struggle session. Venty is worse than quartering. She has no room to talk. She tried to get people banned too. Fuck them all.
Well, you know what?
When did that happen? Everybody keeps saying this, but nobody ever provides evidence. We've got evidence that TheQuartering has been doing that. We've got evidence that these people like Chrissie Mayr have been sweeping for Jer. But where is it? Where's the evidence that we're the ones that are trying to cancel people? We are not. Show me the receipts.
We're gonna
show me the receipts.
The only thing I think I've fucked up a few things, but I'm sure we all have friends in our lives that we lie to from time to time because they can't really like handle the truth, and maybe you handle them with kid gloves in a sense. And I remember during the stream, like I was like, I'm afraid to tell her I don't want her on because I don't want her to feel rejected.
No,
and that's what it came down to. And
I don't want Melanie Mack to feel rejected. She's a fucking liar. That is not at all what she had on her mind at the time. She's just wanting a job with Jer. That's literally it.
I should have just been honest with her and said, no, Brittney, you're going to ambush my guest. That's not what this is about. But instead, I just pretended I didn't see her message. And like, that was wrong. I should have just been, I have a heart.
I didn't expect that. I thought she was going to apologize and be like, I didn't know that Melanie Mack was such a piece of shit. But instead, she goes the other way and says, oh, I should have just said, Brittney Venti, you're a piece of shit. Get out of here. Oh, okay. If that's what you want to do, the entire internet is on Brittney Venti's side right now, except for everybody who's, shilling for TheQuartering. But who the fuck would be doing that? I don't even believe these people are real.
Hard time, and in my effort to people please everybody, I ended up screwing myself.
A lot of omission. You were trying. I get it.
Here's what I gotta say about people pleasing everybody. Fuck them. PPP says, nobody asked you to do this. You are inserting yourself into this for obviously self-serving reasons, and your efforts are actively harming our appeals with YouTube. Please fuck off. Your filings aren't worth the paper they are written on and are hurting us. Oh, I kind of didn't expect this. Let's see. This is from Chad Hughes. This is the guy that's from, what is it? Crytek back in the day. Worked for Crytek. Update on lawsuit. The legal mindset was correct. Death by 10,000 cut strategy was the approach. The leaked draft was a tactic. Dude, okay, I get it now. Yeah, we're not doing this death by 10,000 cuts thing that we did with Pirate Software. Pirate Software, I don't think, deserved to actually be bullied off of the internet completely, to be bullied out of giving his opinions on movements that were running like Stop Killing Games. We just didn't need that. TheQuartering is actively trying to ruin people's fucking lives. So we're doing the real shit. We ain't doing this death by 10,000 cuts where we're making up fucking drama. There ain't nothing to be made up here. This is all real shit. The leak draft was a tactic to force panic and scramble, which worked exactly as planned. That's fucking bullshit. That just makes Jer look like the good guy to people who have no idea what's going on. If you check the timestamps from when I posted the draft, Nearly immediately afterward, he began scrambling, deleting videos and apology tweeting, then deleted his ex. Okay, well, that's not something to sue him over. This is a basic grade school legal strategy. Now for the update. Aslami Law is who I'm retaining, with contract overview by Cleary and Godaleb. What the fuck are these names? I'll be in touch with them later this week, and the victims who have reached out already have identities protected. I don't leak stuff. This is serious. Now to address the clips, power of the truth stuff, because this needs to be understood, because I don't play content games. I never said I spoke to them once, never said I'm representing them. It was a draft and they were on it as possible victims, but it's opt-in. Never said I was an attorney either. Never wanted clout. Don't need it. I have a real life of accomplishments. Dude, that's what they all say. That's what everybody says. I don't need clout, but they get involved in the drama for no reason. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Who asked this guy? How is he involved? No, he just inserted himself. It's like, this is not a good statement. I guess I'm going to read the rest of it. I'm not trying to stick with Kino Casino's side here, but the PPP is right. Where was I? I want to do something actionable for victims who are not getting justice. Once again, who the fuck are you? It'd be one thing if this situation was being brought up by like Stuttering Craig or Smash TV or like fucking one of these other content creators that's in this space, or somebody who was actually affected. Calling me a pussy chasing clout was weak as fuck. It's all good though. The reason I started this is because I made content at the inception, Justin TV, Twitch TV, and made plenty of money. I got involved with Crytek and exposing the former leadership and dropped proof of that from Google. Who cares? That has nothing to do with this shit. I only even knew about this because of people I know on YouTube texting me and watching the legend Smash JT and Stuttering Craig. Okay, you have to remember, real lives are at stake here. Not yours, apparently. Mine is. I could lose my whole fucking livelihood on the internet because of this. This guy that's making this is not. Jeremy needs to be held to account and pay for his mistakes. Pay who? Pay you? And compensate those he hurt, while simultaneously committing to a program for rehabilitation. I don't care to be on videos or anything like that. It's nothing new. I was literally in Miss Lauren Hill's studio a month ago with Legends. You think I want attention? Then why'd you post about it? No, that's why I haven't made a single video. You made posts, though. My hand now seems to be forced, but only for informative purposes and not monetized. Yes, I'm monetized on 4 platforms. I just use different monikers. In summary, boys and gals, the lawsuit is real and filed. Jeremy needs to pay. Kino Casino was inaccurate about the filing on the stream and should correct it. And I don't play internet games with things like this. Seems to me like you're playing some fucking games. Receipts, Exhibits 1 through 4. What happened at Crytek? I don't give a shit about what happened at Crytek. He's like, this is why I'm credible. Like, fucking, who cares, man? Okay. Well, this is happening. Oh, God. Redheaded Libertarian. I used to be a member of the Timcast Discord. Everybody hates this bitch. And well, they did some digging. I know some shit. I'll probably get into a little bit, maybe, if I can remember it as it comes up. I don't know. And I'm not going to talk about anything that's not absolutely true. So there you go with that. What's happening here? You can recognize an antisocial narcissist in their fixation on ruining people they just don't like. This is not normal behavior, and it is crucial that you guard yourself from it. And Chrissie Mayr says, now you tell me. Who's she talking about here? Because this is exactly what old Jeremy Hambly was doing. It's not a story. She literally said, I brought on Melonie for views and clout in DMs. Where? Show the DM. But she literally fucking lied. When was this? When did she say that? When was this compared to this? I don't even fucking know, man. There's so much coming out, it's hard to keep up. TheQuartering justifies literal content theft by saying everyone else does it, then doubles down on making shorts despite calling them soulless shit while admitting he's no better than Sniperwolf. Well, if everyone else is doing it and it's all shit, why still would you be doing it? If everybody was jumping off a cliff, would you do it? Like, it's so fucking simple. So simple to figure this out. If you want to be better than everybody, guess what? Be better than everybody. If they're all making shit content, make quality content. Holy shit, dude. It's not that fucking hard.
But if you're only here to be a turd, then turds get flushed.
Okay. Turn up the audio again. Okay.
But if you're only here to be a turd, then turds get flushed.
What's him and his What's with him and his fixation on shit?
What's the deal with the oranges anyway? It's just a meme. People don't like that I make short video
Get on with
content
it.
that literally everyone else does. I'm not.
That is not even why people are upset. Oh my god, dude. Is he actually not understanding what's going on, or is he just full of shit? Probably both.
Saying it's the most fulfilling, right? So part of the game you play on YouTube is making shorts content. And there was one particular short that everyone glommed onto because it was like a cooking video, and I was like, what are the oranges for? That's it.
Why would you say that out loud? You know we just clipped you, right? Now we're gonna use that as a meme. He has no fucking idea how to run this game. Probably because he's a 60-year-old man.
People are allowed to make fun of my short content. It's not like I
He says you're allowed to make fun of him, but he strikes people who make fun of him. Okay. That's what this whole thing is about, is people making fun of him and he getting upset.
Any, much fulfillment from it. I'm actually working on trying to make, to get away from like reaction shorts into more like creating my own 2 and 3 minute shorts, which I've started to do more of. A couple.
Good luck with that. Also, 2-3 minute shorts. YouTube says that's just the 2-3 minute shorts are being tested right now. You're not going to get views from those.
A couple of times a week, I'm doing like a 3-minute news short. That's what I'm going to do in between shows now. So I do the morning show. Then I'm going to do some like 3-minute news shorts for like news stories that, don't really require 12 minutes kind of thing.
Look at how deep those bags under his eyes are. That's so bad, dude.
But yeah, that's the whole meme for the oranges, is that they didn't like that I was reacting to shorts content, which isn't going to stop me. Literally everyone else.
Did you hear that? It says he's not going to stop. He's going to keep making the garbage shorts content. Okay, sure, whatever, man.
Does it. Everybody else does it. And
no, they
so
don't.
They picked one video.
All of the worst content creators do it, like Ben Shapiro.
Oh, and that became a meme. And I accept that meme, I accept that meme.
Most content creators who are in the space that TheQuartering is in, they clip their shows and turn those into shorts. But Jeremy can't do that because his show is fucking boring and shorts is like quick and like fast-paced, not boring content. His shit's boring. You can't make shorts out of that. No retention at all.
See, Ishmael. By the way, if you're new in the morning time slot, make sure you follow the channel so you get notified. Your shorts are just...
He missed 2 morning live streams already.
As entertaining as Sniperwolf. Yeah, I mean, it's the same shit. It's not...
Why are you going to be like Sniperwolf? Don't be like Sniperwolf. That's telling me that you are just in it for the views and the money, and that doesn't last. Where's Sniperwolf now? Nobody knows who the fuck she is. She's irrelevant because she's a terrible content creator.
It's not like I'm one of the best shorts.
Oh, Fables. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody ever knew who I was. It's different. It's different to be never known and to be known by the world and then fall off because you're just boring and you suck.
Creators ever. Making those reaction shorts are like soulless, but they reach a new audience. And then when I put out, like, I've done some like 3-minute shorts on like short topics.
Obviously, they don't reach a new audience. It doesn't transition over to your long form content. By the way, I was told that from YouTube. You got to make bridge content, not just make some random reaction content, and that's going to bring people over to your long form. That's not how that works.
And some of those get hundreds of thousands of views. Now, it doesn't make any money, but at least they're seeing my original content.
No, they're not. That literally isn't how that works. Does he not understand that? You got to do bridge content. Like, it's got to be content that is your regular content. That's how you get people to your other content. You can't just like, what are the oranges for? All right, go check out my regular show about news. It's insane. He's retarded. He's fat. He probably smells like butter. All right, what else we got? What is this? Ooh, more Chrissie Mayr from Madam Savvy. Why did you lie about what you knew? Why did you reframe Sunday as, I didn't connect the dots to Mel, versus what you actually did and what the actual issue was? You feigned ignorance and doubled down after When asking about the oranges, someone linked you June's documentary and you further made it look like you knew nothing about the situation. You lied. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you think that was advantageous? You knew more than a lot of people did from that stream with Nina. Why couldn't you also tell your friend, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings? I think I have an idea. Money! Because siding with us on the internet, there's no bag that she can see. There's no dollar sign to that. But working with Jeremy Hambly, there's a dollar sign. She could possibly work with that guy. $500 per stream? Holy shit, $10,000 per month? That's a lot of fucking money. But is it worth it, really? Is it worth it? Oh boy, we got Tim Pool weighing in also.
Rocky Eagles.
Okay. I'm going to pull up another Tim Pool clip right beside this one, though. I'm going to do so I can find it. So there you get to look at Ian's beautiful face. I like Ian, actually, but I'm sure that he probably is not going to say anything about this situation because he doesn't like to involve himself in drama. He'll probably just be like, I love you, man. Be better. You should probably, eat healthy, go to the gym, stop drinking. It was based, though. Okay, let me find this Tim Pool clip. So... Temple, TheQuartering. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay, I got that one lined up. All right.
Rocky Eagle says, what's your opinion of the quartering drama, and can Tim and or Brett appear on Friday Night Tights? I don't know anything about it.
No.
What's Friday Night Tights?
A show.
Yeah, what's Friday Night Tights? You fucking lying bitch. You were just talking about Gary the other fucking day. Fuck you. Oh, man, that pisses me off.
But I don't know anything about the quartering drama. I will just put it like this. Lisa here worked in the Hill for a decade plus, and so she's talking about the goings-on of the movers and the shakers who...
I fucking hate this bitch, man. I hate her face. She's such a cunt. She's such a liar. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I got another thing to pull up. Fuck. There's so much. Redheaded Libertarian. Redheaded Libertarian. All right, so I just want... Where is it? Did she delete it? Oh, shit. Did she delete it? Oh, buddy. I think she deleted it. What the fuck, man? Okay. Well, here's this. Okay. Don't. Dermy Wormy says, to be fair, the redheaded libertarian should be out of a job since she promoted Animal Farm against Tim's wishes. This guy says, where is it? Oh, she doesn't work for Tim, you retard. She's only a reoccurring guest. She works for Tim. She might not be getting paid directly from Tim, but she definitely benefits a shit ton from being on Tim's show. And Tim shouldn't be platforming retards like this chick. I mean, it's fine to platform these retards, but not as like a recurring friendly guest. But yeah, she shilled for Animal Farm and pretended she wasn't getting paid. And it said right in her fucking post that she was getting paid. So she's lying about it. And it's gone now because she deleted it. So nobody can see it. So you can't cancel her for it. It never happened.
She's talking about the goings-on of the movers and the shakers who control politics. Daniel here is energy consultant and discusses the lies of climate change, national and international level conflicts. Josie's talking about a member of Congress who's in a deep battle with a Trump supporter, a majorly Trump-supported guy in the polling there. All of these are going to have deep impacts on the structure of our world, our governance. And with that being said, I wish you guys all the best on...
Yeah, okay, that's all good. That's all fine. But what are you going to do whenever no real people are allowed on the platform again, Tim? Remember 2020 when everybody was getting fucking canceled off the internet? Dude, we do important work here. Fuck off with your fucking holier than thou. We're bigger and better than everybody. We're bigger and better than this drama. Go fuck yourself. This is why I jumped out of the Timcast Discord. He's so fucking dishonest, and he always puts himself on the throne. He is the ultimate content creator doing good work out here. That's the same energy that TheQuartering had. But at least Tim Pool is not going around false flagging people for making fun of him. I'll give him that. But like, holy shit, dude. He's not being dishonest. There's also that. He's just being fucking... He's up on his high horse. This drama is beneath me.
Sorting through the drama with TheQuartering. And I don't mean to be derisive. It's just that my point is, whatever Jeremy is doing or isn't doing has little effect on whether or not there's going to be a new member of Congress, a Democrat.
It does, actually. It fucking does. Because he's false flagging people. That sets precedent for YouTube. That means other people will start false flagging everybody because they see it is okay. And they'll start going after you. Because it only starts with the people that you like. And then it goes to everybody. And then the whole platform is fucking dead.
Republican House, whether or not we're going to get national level bans on fossil fuels. So
how about national level bans on YouTube? You won't be able to talk about fossil fuels if everything on YouTube is fucking broken.
I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know.
It's
I
gossip.
don't look
He
up the
does,
news
actually.
on.
I didn't even know he was
He
going.
does. He's just sweeping. You know how I know? You know how I know?
It's just gossip, and we just don't.
I like Jeremy, but Jeremy likes gossip, and Jeremy likes
don't have
drama.
That's not Redheaded Libertarian, by the way. I fucking... The other chick. They just look very similar. I don't like her either. I forget her name. So I fucked up there. I'm sorry. Other chick. This chick. I forgot that she was on the show. Dude, all these fucking women look the same.
Gossip right now. There's too much going on.
There's too much going on. Yeah, like YouTube's platform is being enshittified by AI, and people are just fucking flagging each other left and right. Bunch of fucking flaggots over being made fun of. Goddamn alcoholics. All right, I'm gonna pull up this other Tim Pool clip.
Fact 1. This place is very beautiful, and I must leave immediately. Fact 2. There are many strange things here, and I have found
Why the fuck did you start playing? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Tim Pool explains why he blocked Jeremy from TheQuartering.
And then that night he was supposed to be on, he went on a different show and criticized me for not talking about it.
Wow, dude.
And then I'll let everybody who's a member know why I blocked him, because he sent me a message at 2 a.m, which came off as a veiled threat. I will try and quote it verbatim what he said. I know our audiences want a war, but I don't. Please tell me your guy is taking her to task.
Wow.
And I just said, I'm done with this.
So he's telling you to do what he wants, basically.
Well,
Just telling you to kowtow.
the context there is beyond what he said. My understanding, and I don't know if Shane probably doesn't want me to say this, but messages had been received basically threatening us that if we did not write a negative story about her, we would regret it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple hours later, Jeremy sends me that message, and I just said, I'm not playing these fucking games, dude.
Yeah.
And I just blocked him.
Hell yeah.
And people are like, but why did Tim block him? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was because he made YouTube thumbnails of my face with Jack Murphy's beard.
Mm-hmm.
Shit talked to me while saying, but Tim's my friend.
So why did the energy change? Why did the energy change? I think Tim Pool might be scared of TheQuartering's power. Or they're all in a fucking cult. And that's what I think. It's one of those two. They're in a right-wing cult where they don't want to cancel each other even though they're doing bad shit. Or maybe Tim Pool is involved with the same people that TheQuartering is involved in and has that power, doesn't want that power stripped away. That's what I think. Because this shit's fucking ridiculous. Why are you going back on everything? You could totally expose this fucking freak. You could have brought up this situation, but no! You're gonna act like, oh, this is nothing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that they are all in with the same people. All right. Yeah, right here. Who is Jeremy Hambly's YouTube rep? How are they able to collude to bring down the Kino Casino Clips channel and Andy Worski channel at the same time? Why is the appeal taking this long? What kind of power do these YouTube reps actually have? I wonder. I really do. And I think people like Tim Pool have the same kind of people. Tim Pool, he should have just ignored that super chat for one, because now he's involved. Now he's going to have to make more statements. Oh, apparently he was shilling for another coffee brand that wasn't his. Okay. Yeah, by the way, the Redheaded Libertarian went after Gary just last week. Everybody saw this. These people act like we don't pay attention. Bro, we are terminally online. You cannot hide from us. We know everything. Chrissie Mayr finally admits she saw Brittney Venti's message to join her stream, but somehow even fucks up telling the truth by trying to blame Britney and act like she was the issue. Holy shit, this woman is something else. Yeah, she's fucking insane. She's fucking stupid. She is retarded. But, you know, she's a ginger and she's a woman, so...
or even the Oranges or the Weeknd.
It's the boomer
but
posting.
No, it's anybody that just pretends that they're conservative or like a conservative boomer gets banned. So, Jared, like, you're going to run into problems, bro, where you're going to have banned everybody. Like, because they're almost indistinguishable from your own audience. I was going to show this one. Yeah. This guy goes, I'm a disabled veteran, and I find the quiet moments with no talking so peaceful. Is that a troll? Is that a legitimate quartering den?
Dude, we don't even know at this point.
Who knows? Nobody knows.
Reading that. Like, I fell off my chair.
Oh, man. The janitors are in hell, bro. Like, the janitors are having to deal with ever more subtle and sophisticated troll attempts. And at a certain point, like...
Dude, I was saying, what are the oranges for? And bull in a china shop and a bunch of different languages. It took like 10 minutes for me to get banned.
He really should just allow people to have fun in there.
I don't even think they actually knew what I said. I think they just assumed that I was saying something bad or I was a bot or something because I was speaking a different language. And old Hambly, if something's in a different language, he can't fucking handle it.
Because who really gives a fuck? Like, it's so weak to have to janitor every single message in your fucking chat.
Yeah, it just makes it worse. Like, he should have let people shit on him in the first place and embraced it. But he didn't. And that's why he's a lawcow. Lawcows do that shit. If you don't want to be a lawcow, let people shit on you. And people will move on when they realize that they had their fun and now it's boring. You keep crashing out and fighting back against it, it turns into a game. Who's this guy? Joker, the Joker. Never seen this guy before. Very, very interesting. A lot of characters are starting to pop up on the internet because everybody's just kind of generic.
Let's see what Melanie Mack has to say.
So Melanie Mack co-signs this. Burns a bridge with Friday Night Tights. What is she thinking? Do you know? These people are not smart.
You guys are supporting the platformers. Shut the fuck up.
So she says, I can't believe this is even happening. The last place I would have thought to see that kind of behavior.
Actually, it's the first.
See, this is why she has a target on her back.
Yeah.
Because she does shit like this.
Yeah. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck. You shouldn't have said anything in the first place. Dude, she didn't have to have her on, man. She didn't have to have her on, and she knew why. Why would you do this to yourself? She's absolutely retarded.
Like, Melanie Mack, she's just destroying her own career at this point.
That's like...
It's like, okay, I think it's like old people who don't know how to use cell phones, right? This is the same shit. It's just these people know how to use cell phones. They just don't know how the social media works. They're used to like 2009 Facebook and like 2016 YouTube. We're not in that era anymore. YouTube ain't the top dog for content creation. It might be the top dog for making money, but it ain't top dog for content creation. You get rid of all the corporate slop off of YouTube, I guarantee you all the other platforms are bigger.
Like, reminds me of like a bitch or like a girl that like gets her boyfriend into a fight, you know? Like that's what that quote is like. Like, how about you don't say anything? You already fucked with Chrissie's life, where she went on her show the other night teary-eyed. Okay, she's all broken up and stuff.
Bro,
but the thing is that just stop talking. Like, once again, like, just stop talking. This is what I would tell my boy. Okay, this is what I would tell. This is what I would tell the master of the universe, Jeremy. I would say, I'm not saying anything to this. I'm just gonna ignore it and put it away. But I want you to address it, because the only way that this is gonna go away faster is if you address it and fucking grow some. And he has not. Once again, he leapfrogged. He leapfrogged over his own responsibility and then jumped immediately to look at these guys on Nerd Rock.
They're the leftists. They're the reason why. SJW. And then she fucking.
Hello, fellow liberals. How do you do?
And she backs him up. And look, anybody, and I said this online, and I know you agree with me here, Franco, but like anyone who affiliates and supports Jeremy right now is literally in the crosshairs. Like, don't just if you are friends with him, you need to just kind of like silently exit.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of there.
Just don't say anything. Just like just pretend that you weren't friends with him. And if people start shitting on you because they found you, And be like, I didn't know nothing about this. And don't say anything else. Don't be like, oh, this is beneath me. We're doing important shit over here. We got more important things to worry about. I don't mean to just sweep this under the rug, but no, just shut the fuck up, dude. You're just gonna make it worse for yourself. We are fucking tired of this shit. We are tired of this corporate garbage running everything, pushing real content creators out, and then flagging all of us. Fucking sick of it. It's been happening to me since fucking 2016. I can't fucking break through because of shit like this. Because of shit like this. You've been heavily posting critiquing TheQuartering, Jeremy Hambly, and the surrounding drama recently, videos and content about him destroying his career, striking YouTube channels, making things worse, trending for bad reasons, etc. This lines up with the timing of your visibility drop. How about that? How this could connect to your ghost ban, which I thought X doesn't shadow ban. Apparently they fucking do, but it's called a ghost ban. Actually, it's not even called that. It's called limited visibility. How about no visibility? Mass reporting and heated YouTube internet drama. Creators and their fans sometimes organize or encourage reports against critics for harassment, spam, or hate. I feel like that's what happened to me. TheQuartering's audience or defender saw your content and reported your X post replies in a cluster. It could have triggered the automated visibility filter. And I was getting a lot of engagement from people who were defending Jer, so I guarantee you that was probably happening. Engagement patterns. Diving into controversial drama often leads to burst activity, replies, or negativity signals that the algo flags independently. So if it's negative or deemed negative by X, I wonder why it was deemed negative by X. It can't be because TheQuartering is a right-wing influencer. No direct evidence. Searches didn't show TheQuartering or his main account direct. Yeah, I don't think TheQuartering struck me, okay? But it's definitely his fucking dumbass shill fans did. This isn't proof of a targeted conspiracy, but yes, criticizing a drama-heavy figure like TheQuartering right now can draw exactly the kind of reports or low-value signals that worsen ghost bans. What to do? The same advice stands stronger than ever. Cool down. Immediately pause all posting, replying about this or anything. Delete or mute them. I'm not fucking doing that. The recent anti-quartering posts, if they're the hot ones. Submit the support appeal calmly. Focus on visibility issue, not drama. Nothing happened, by the way. I did the support thing in multiple different ways. Nothing happened. When you return, shift to less inflammatory, higher value content for a bit. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. See, this is why I stick to Threads, because Threads is underground, and they don't pretend that they're the free speech platform. They just fucking are. They don't ban nobody. You can say all kinds of crazy shit. You can even call for violence over there, which I don't agree with that, but fuck. Like, what the fuck are we doing here with this lying bullshit on X? We're a free speech platform. Yeah, get fucked.
There's like, you're in a burning building. Leave. Just fucking leave. You're gonna get so fucked up, huh?
I gotta use the Batman Returns analogy. Okay, so remember when the penguin, where like Batman was coming and all the penguins like clown guys are, like, was in the cave and they all start backflipping away from him. And like that woman with like the dog is like in the tower and she just like disappears into the shadows. Yeah. So like that's what we're dealing with here. That's what people need to do, because people need to do that to Jeremy, to be like, look, I love you, Jeremy, or whoever. I don't, but like, you know, his friends, and just be like this, be like, hey, take care of your shit, and then when you're done taking care of your shit, I will be the first one back on your show. I promise.
Yeah, right. Nobody will be on that show anymore.
but until then,
that show won't exist anymore.
This is never gonna end. It's never gonna end. So whoever says something like that, they're just not coming back. I don't blame them. Yeah, I wouldn't want that shit.
How does he return? No, there is no return.
There's people.
He returns whenever he is a guest host on Lawcow Live. He's gonna be a regular over there.
There's people that have like alcohol and drug issues. Like, you know, you have to tell them. You have to be like, take care of your own shit, and then call me back. Because I'm not going to the bar with you.
Take care of your own shit. He can't, because the toilet is broken. He broke it because he's fat. He's tired. Okay.
And I'm not going to be hanging out with you and you piss your pants in the corner and I'm going to have to drag you out of there into an Uber.
Honestly, I wouldn't come back. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. after all the Ren Fair bullshit, after all the creeping on the co-workers, which, by the way, why is he not getting canceled for that? For the power dynamics. So many fucking people have been canceled for that. Why is he not being canceled for this? Also, going back to the Tim Pool thing, like, holy shit, dude. This guy is in your space. Why are you sweeping for this fucking pedophilic fucking creep?
You know?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, look, in my opinion, I don't think there is a coming back from this. I think Melanie Mack screwed herself over. I think Chrissie screwed herself over. I think anyone that's like, yeah, Jared, we are behind you. Okay.
Well, yeah, maybe I don't know the whole thing about Chrissie's. I mean, they Kino. I was listening to as much as the 11-hour Kino thing that I could before we went on. So there was some stuff that's like a little bit duplicitous that I probably have missed. But I mean, I guess we'll get into.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, that guy I like that. That was a cool little thing that happened there. Oh boy, get ready to learn why I quit reading articles, says Dermy Wormy. Lauren Southern released a Substack article titled TheQuartering. Check that out. TheQuartering. Oh boy. December 2025, I was on a plane on the first TPUSA conference since Charlie Kirk's death. It was supposed to be a big one. I walked into the Renaissance Phoenix hotel lobby. Jer and Renaissance do not mix, let me tell you. Phoenix hotel lobby, and actually laughed to myself. Only 2 years earlier, I'd walked into that same exact lobby for AmFest 2023. That year, after spotting a few characters from the whatever podcast roaming around among the usual constellation of internet personalities, I immediately made a beeline for the elevator, went to my room, and booked the first flight home. I am not exaggerating. Okay. Okay. Ashley St. Clair and Ava Vlardingerbrock practically smuggled me out while assuring me they completely understood why I wanted absolutely nothing to do with being there. At that point, I was nearing the peak of my disgust with the online world. Little did I know that less than a year later, I'd managed to get myself canceled by every possible faction simultaneously. Russian agent to the left, relationship scandal to the right, a real bipartisan achievement. But it had been a long time since I'd attended a major political event. I'd spent most of the last year offline. I'd released a book, then proceeded to reject almost every interview request that came with it. And strangely, I felt ready to dip a toe back into that world again, but with an entirely different perspective. I wasn't arriving as someone looking to network, climb the social ladder, or mingle. It felt more like staring into the fishbowl from the outside for the first time. Dude, this is so fucking narrative. What? This is so weird. This is like you're writing a book. My career was no longer tied to any of these people. I'd finally decoupled. See what I mean? Like, who the fuck says that? Decoupled my identity from this world and rooted it in something they couldn't touch. So what did it all look like now? Honestly, it felt a bit like attending a high school reunion. Actually, scratch that. It felt more like showing up back at high school after disappearing for 2 years because of a teen pregnancy scandal. Given how spectacularly canceled I'd become in right-wing circles between 2024 and 2025, I was very aware of the whispering behind my back. Between publishing This Is Not Real Life, which opened a Pandora's box of criticism about the scene itself, and my messy personal life becoming bizarrely fascinating to far too many strangers. Bro, you're online. Like, fucking get used to it. Let's just say I was under no illusion that I'd be receiving a hero's welcome. Though, ironically, that is exactly what I got. Everyone was incredibly nice to me. Almost suspiciously nice. The kind of nice that only exists in political and media circles where everyone has either publicly denounced you privately, but never publicly defended you, secretly gossiped about you, or some combination of all three. Political people are rarely confrontational in person unless there's an audience nearby to perform for, though I can hardly pretend to be much better. At one point, I shared an awkward elevator ride with Elijah Schaefer after watching him livestream himself yelling prayers at random boomers while holding a giant crucifix over them for content, obviously. Yeah, obviously. I hate content Christians. We exchanged polite small talk while I studied him carefully. It was obvious how much he'd changed since we first met years ago. Allegedly, he even met his wife at one of my speeches back in the day. The internet, or maybe just strange low-grade fame that exists inside a political media, had clearly done something corrosive to his brain. He seemed manic. Wait, who? Talking about Elijah Schaefer? I wandered off afterward, and is there anything important in this? I don't want to read this whole fucking thing. Dude, this is so long. Yeah, I didn't realize how long this was. There we go. There's the quartering. Let's see. blah, 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 a circus, blah, blah, blah. Dude, why did you take so much fucking time to write this? Speaking of circuses, and my unfortunate tendency toward personal distractions, of course, there had to be a few familiar acts. Time practically slowed to a crawl when I spotted TheQuartering, tucked into a tiny blue booth in the far back corner of the vendor hall, live streaming with a few women I vaguely recognized from the internet. Of course, he's going to be live streaming with women, including one of Tim Pool's rotating co-hosts. Which HCB, she's not. She's not a rotating co-host. I'm pretty sure at this point she was fired, probably for leaking money to TheQuartering about the business, because that's what people were whispering about in the Timcast Discord. Oh, by the way, that is confirmed that happened. We just don't know who it was, but HCB got fired and then went to TheQuartering right after that. So it's like it kind of lines up, you know? Where was I? I've done both Jeremy's and Tim's shows. No one on these shows does any real preparation before going live. No articles sent beforehand. No research packets. I think Tim Pool like bookmarks on X like I do. Everyone just sits in a circle trying to improvise entertaining reactions using the roughly 1% knowledge they possess on any given topic. True! Except I think everybody has got 1% knowledge and Tim Pool's got like 10% knowledge. He is usually smarter than everybody around him. That's the actual truth. I think he's a fucking retard, but he's one of the smartest retards that I know on the internet. Blah, blah, blah. Supplemented by frantic Googling on their phones whenever the camera cuts away from them. You can literally watch everyone performing the same exhausted mental gymnastics between topic changes. Dude, come the fuck on. Just get to the fucking point. Most of this is not real life. It was about social media ego, corruption, fame, loneliness, manipulation, blah, blah, blah. Instead, both of them simply went on air, declared she's lying. What? Okay, back it up. What made it worse was how obvious. Okay. Jeremy outright claimed first on X before deleting the post that I never went to the police. I had zero evidence and fabricated everything for money. Every single one of those claims, blah, blah, blah. Dude, fucking, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I mean, I'm not going to read this. What the fuck? I didn't want to see that. There he was, Jeremy TheQuartering, sitting with members of his team alongside a few old friends I recognized from Timcast. Part of me wondering whether I was about to make a spectacle of myself suddenly died. There weren't even cameras rolling. Could it really be that bad? All right, I'm fucking done with this fucking narrative, dude. This should have been like, here's what happened. Here's my take on it. Here's the conclusion. And it could have been like a fucking 5-minute read. But you had to write a fucking book. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see what Dermy Wormy was talking about here. That was ridiculous. I just finished reading it. The part about her confronting Jared at the restaurant sounds so much like him. Dude is literally a coward. Yeah, give that a like. Jared doesn't... What the fuck? Looks like Billy Corgan. Have time to listen to woke SJW leftoid trying to smear his name. The left is always attacking him. He's under attack! Internet personalities either die or live long enough to become lawcows. Because maybe it takes months, maybe years, maybe an entire decade. But eventually God always gets the last laugh. True! The internet is full of people performing omniscience for an audience while privately unraveling under the weight of their own ego. It's a stage where everyone demands worship and eventually receives humiliation instead. And honestly, there's something comforting about that. And you know, I don't mind if you're like trying to get worship, demanding worship from your audience, if it's a joke. If you're playing a character like Dr. Disrespect or somebody. I don't like Dr. Disrespect, but he's a good example of somebody who's like, you know, up on his high horse is better than everybody else because he's playing a character and that's the character. Anything else? Lauren had me going along with her until she started giving Melonie a pass. Yeah, okay. Yep. Well, I'm glad I didn't waste my time reading that entire fucking thing. All right, what else we got here? Back it up. You're female comedian, sir. You're Christian, sir. Oh, I'm gonna have to down.
1, 2, 3, 4! Jeremy's angles! Locked up, free no more! Na 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 na.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that. Where's my Obsidian? Open up my Obsidian for my links. I keep all my links in Obsidian. Obsidian is fucking great place, man. Great. The app Obsidian, the notes taking app. Marked down. Fucking great. Okay. Oh, everybody's going in on Camelcast now, which probably for good reason, because that Sydney Watson thing, that was kind of a disaster, and he hyped it up a lot.
By the way, I just want to point out if Camelot is Chrissie Mayr is calling you as a liar and saying that she never sent where she said she was bringing Melanie Mack on for viewership and money. So like at this, she probably should drop. Don't have those, bro. Like that's because I trusted you. On
Stop saying shit. Everybody needs to stop saying they have shit if they're not gonna fucking show it. It's like I got DMs that could take these guys down, but I'm not gonna release them because I don't believe in it. Like go fuck yourself, dude. Don't bring it up. I don't want to know.
That, and I fucking went to bat for you on that, and Chrissy's saying you'll fucking write Twitter, so...
Well, who are you going to believe, Chrissie or Camelot? Neither one, because they're both content creators. I don't believe a fucking word anybody says, even if I liked them. I like Camelcast a lot. I really like Cody. I'm a huge fan. But I'm not going to believe something that he says when it comes to drama outright, when he's not going to show the fucking receipts. Because for one, he might not know that there's more context. For two, just fucking release it, man. Why did my phone do that? My phone vibrated for some reason. Okay.
You probably should just drop all of those DMs and let's find out the truth.
You shouldn't have said anything. Now you have to drop the DMs or people are going to think that you're full of shit. I think that he's telling the truth though, but there could be more to the DMs than he realizes. And it could cause more things to happen, more people to fall. What else we got here? Oh, we got Pearl Davis is upset. Being that both of these women have bullied me for no reason, it doesn't shock me. They are ruthlessly bullying each other. Ha ha ha. Well, Pearl, you're just as fucking bad, bitch. And I like Brittney Venti, so go fuck yourself. Oh man, side scrollers now on Microsoft. They got MSN. I didn't even know this was still a thing. So I got it pulled up. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm gonna have to check it out and see about getting myself an MSN. I did not even realize. I'm trying to just have every social media there is. I'm definitely gonna do that if I can. Yeah, and everybody was talking about TheQuartering deleted the Incredible Salt Mine and lied about it and blamed it on other people. Oh, they got it flagged down, even though it got flagged on multiple platforms that don't fucking delete content. And he actually deleted it, and he blamed it on his editor. Like, he has a fucking editor? No shot. Bullshit, he has an editor. He's never brought up this editor before that I've seen. Update. TheQuartering has been deleting more streams from his channels. This one has been erased, per the Geralizer. Which one is it? FBI reopens White House Coke probe. FBI directly captured. Yeah, talking about... I bet he talked about some degeneracy, because he's talking about Hunter Biden being a degenerate. Asmongold reaction. Okay. Oh, this is an old one. I haven't seen this.
So, and then, okay, there was talk of maybe Jeremy Hambly from TheQuartering was going to take us to a strip club. And like, I was kind of waiting for him to write.
Did you guys go to the strip club?
We didn't go, but I think it was for the best because like it got pretty late. We both like had a bunch to drink and there was like a lot of people with us. So I wouldn't have liked to like break away from the crew to go to a strip club. It's like either that or we would have had to like load up Crip's bus and all go to the strip club. But
I kind of believe that there's some really suspect shit going on with the whole Nexium cult thing and Jeremy and Ricada and their cuckold bull swinger lifestyles and Chrissie Mayr and all of the whores that she manages. And she's kind of like a madame at a brothel. Like, I really believe there's, in my heart, there is.
It's kind of funny how she just keeps, stuff like this keeps being brought up, which is fine, go to strip club, what the fuck ever. But that, with all the rest of the Hambly stuff and the covering forum, and dude, it just like, it all comes out that she was friends with him this whole time, and she's running defense for him. Probably because she's involved with his cuck swinger cult, and wanted to get paid to go on his show, wanted to be a regular on his show, as one of the whores that he platforms for views. Because disgusting 50-year-old men that follow him love to see that shit. Kino still hasn't received any updates, even though YouTube said that they were looking into it and haven't said anything. It's been like a fucking week. I don't think they're getting it back. I think there's some fucked up shit going on behind the scenes at YouTube. I think all these people are fake right-wing retards. I hear fraud, crippled. So I fucking hate everything, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of it all. By the way, I saw Ricky Berwick the other day. He's a fraud. I saw him walking. He can walk. He's not actually crippled. I saw him riding a skateboard with Bam Margera the other day. Rest in peace, Ricky Berwick. He got kidnapped by gorillas. Okay, I guess that's gonna be all for the X portion. Tectone finally said something about this. I have not looked into it, really. I saw one clip where he called him gay. Based. Okay, let's check this shit out. Hey, man. Hey, come on, man. I want that shit at the bottom. Why is that at the bottom? I thought I fixed this. Whatever.
So I haven't really had my finger off the pulse here as far as it goes with TheQuartering and some alleged lawsuit that's going on right now. I will say I wasn't really familiar with who TheQuartering was, and we had some good interactions on Twitter. He's always been good to me, and you know, we talked for the first time over voice.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. He's always been good to me because he's fake. He's fake. On the front-facing platform to the big creators, he's gonna be nice because he wants to get in good.
Couple weeks ago on rumble.com/tech, if you want to watch my streams. I kind of have no idea what's going on, but I've been pressured so much to talk about it.
But he's definitely going to talk about it. Doesn't know what's going on. Talk talk about it, though. He's got some things to say, even though he knows nothing.
So I figure, why the fuck not? Let's see what this lawsuit is, and let's talk about it. I'm going to try to be as unbiased and as fair as possible.
Jeremy Hambly.
You can't do that if you haven't looked into the situation. Like, what? And damn it, Tectone. I like Tectone. I watch Tectone a lot. But fuck, man. Sometimes he does this shit.
TheQuartering is now facing a threat of a class action lawsuit for his false.
I know he just deleted his Twitter.
Flagging and other untoward behavior online. We're doing that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you.
So I've heard about the false flagging. I heard allegedly he went to go take someone's channel down on YouTube for criticizing him. Is the T?
Okay, no. He said he was going to do it. He said he had the power. And he said it to multiple people, threatening it to multiple people, and saying it to multiple people that he's threatening other people with it. You're missing it. You're missing that. You're missing important details. He should have looked into this before just jumping on it.
God, which is strange because I know TheQuartering is a big advocate of free speech. So this would be very bad if there was any truth to him.
It doesn't matter. The fact that he said that he had the power to do it and then it happened, that's what matters. It'd be worse if he actually was doing it outright, like we know that he was doing it. We just are assuming that he did it because it's a very fucking coincidental.
Silencing other content creators that criticize him. I mean, I have motherfuckers who criticize me every day. I never copyright strike any of their shit.
True.
I'm just not that type of guy.
To be your own judge.
Bro, I don't even block people. Like, I have never blocked anybody. I have never reported anybody, any real people. I've blocked, like, actual bots. I will block you if you're making, like, actual real threats because it's fucking insane.
Andrew Esquire, American attorney. So in case you guys haven't been paying attention, Jeremy Hambly, aka TheQuartering, is in a deep online battle right now over allegations of false flagging behavior, targeting detractors on YouTube.
That's not fucking it. Legal Mindset, damn it. That's just like 10% of it.
End up speaking up.
You're forgetting about all the cuck shit.
Live streams, putting up videos, they're being taken down, they're being hit with strikes, they're being flagged to the
Why is everybody grifting off of this situation? Like, people who don't know anything. People who I like. It's ridiculous. Like, they're just jumping on it because people are talking about it and they don't know anything.
YouTube system. So there's this deep battle going on right now with Jeremy Hambly, which we covered previously. But now we have a new threat.
You didn't cover all of it.
Of a class action lawsuit for his false flagging behavior and alleged abuse of the DMCA system. So we're going to get that out today, as well as some of the recent developments, which kind of add another light to this and perhaps another angle for this legally. So let's get into first some of the things that have been going down recently. So one
is also very important. People always say that the Legal Mindset sweeps for any right-wing influencer, and it's like, bro, quartering is right-wing as fuck. So anybody saying that
well, he didn't bring up everything, so stuff that is like obvious that everybody knows that everybody's posting about, and dude is terminally online on X, so no shot he doesn't know about this shit and he doesn't bring it up. So it's like, come on, man, come on. He is sweeping a little bit.
Andrew Legal Mindset is a sweeper for anyone right wing is just retarded and is most likely a Hassan orbiter. I'm going to be completely honest. Andrew Esquire is so fair,
dude. If you're against these people, you're a leftist. Oh, God damn it, dude. Fuck. What is with the right wing and saying that shit?
It's ridiculous.
One of the things that happened
incredibly handsome too
recently was Jeremy Hambly had this TISM podcast that he did with Bering and Count Dankula, and that was deleted or taken down today. Now, initially, the reaction by Jeremy was as follows, saying, hey, every live stream I've ever done has now disappeared from YouTube, and my podcast channel with 2 friends, that's the Tism podcast with Bering and Count Dankula, seems to have been banned. I'm sure it's totally not false flaggers and just a coincidence. So saying there, I'm sure it's totally not false flaggers and just a coincidence. So going to accusing others of false flagging at first. Well, hours later, he goes back to say, look, this was my fault. I was not clear on the videos I wanted my editor to delete. I'm working to restore what I can and will give the boys all the episodes of Tism to re-upload 100%. I've just been testing a theory that live streams drag channels down. And of course, he was community noted immediately saying these videos were actually deleted by him unilaterally. So that podcast that he did with 2 others.
Hey, if y'all are just jumping in here right now, you should definitely hit that like button.
Deleted unilaterally by him. That's a potential legal problem. This was followed up, of course, by many others who commented on this, such as Shoe on Head, saying, hey,
Shoe on Head, Base Queen.
Hey, why would you, even imply that this was false flagged, because it's kind of clear to see through the system which ones are false flagged, which ones are not, which ones are banned. So it's very easy to tell. So he was kind of presenting.
Yeah, because if one is deleted, you pull it up, it'll say this post was deleted. If it was false flagged or copyright striker took down, it'll say
we don't need your input. We know.
This violates YouTube's terms of service.
Himself as the victim there, and Bering, even his podcast co-host, who had the episodes which he and Count Dankula were members of deleted, showed kind of the evolution here. The haters got our channel banned, to this is Bering's fault, to it must be a YouTube glitch, to it's totally my editor's fault.
Glitch.
Advising him to stop and get some help. Which
he doesn't have any fucking editors. I've never seen an editor. I've never heard of an editor. And like, bro's content is so mid, and it's just like, what is the editor for? Just to make sure that you cut off the beginning and the end where there's pauses? What about all the other pauses? There's like no fucking editing at all, unless there's somebody running OBS for him in the background while he's recording the episodes. I don't know, man.
Think is the right advice there. He also brought out the DMs with Jeremy, and if you see over here with this kind of back and forth, Bering says, are you going to flag the channels? And Quartering responds, yeah, I'm flagging everyone. I'm calling my rep. Everyone is getting banned. Now, Jeremy may be joking there, but this is not a time at which he should be really joking around. Because
and also there's other DMs with other people where he was saying the same shit, and he definitely was not joking. And the people, I don't remember who it was, they were talking to him saying, hey bro, you need to lay off the drink. Was it Count Dankula? I think it was Count Dankula. What was it? Was this the same interaction? No, this is Bering.
Everyone, I'm calling
so
my
he had
rep.
A conversation with Count Dankula.
Everyone is getting banned. Now, Jeremy may be joking there, but this is not a time at which he should be really joking around. Because in the midst of people that have very real claims against them, a judge can look at things and say, you know what? I don't know whether he's being sarcastic or not. We have to get discovery here. We don't,
especially when he says it all the fucking time. And then it happens.
Sure. His previous conversation.
Oh, trust me. I want to remind you, if anybody knows that jokes can be held against you in the court of law, it's me. Guys, I shit you not. There was a judge that thought me joking about going nuclear on everybody was actually me planning to murder people. Because this judge had no idea what going nuclear meant, which means making drama videos. And they thought that I was going to kill people because I used the word going nuclear. So yes, it is not good to joke in situations like these unless you are sure you are amongst
and that's why false claiming people's videos, false flagging people's videos is so fucked up, because the legal system is completely broken when it comes to content creation, and just broken in general. But I don't care about that right now. Just content creation is broken, man.
People who are not rats. So yeah, I would be very careful. You never know how smart your judge is.
Conversations with Null and
I assume my judge is going to be retarded every time.
Folks, and even his public post make comments about him getting videos taken down, going to war, nuking everybody, taking all of their channels out, wiping them off on the internet. So, when he says this and says, everyone is crooked, remember, I can ban anyone I want, it's on. He may very well have been serious about that. And it seems like this is a case in which he could be behind this. All the evidence is pointing to him potentially being behind this based on his communications at large. So
I'm not going in on shit until there's proof, though. I'm going to be 100%.
He'll go in on everybody else's dirty laundry. He'll go in on all these leftists' dirty laundry, but he's not going to look at all the shit from the quartering. Not going to look at the Ren Fair thing. Are you fucking serious, Tectone? Are you fucking serious, Tectone? I feel like he's sweeping a little bit. Is Tectone sweeping here? I feel like he is. What the fuck is with all these right-wing freaks? They're not looking at the real shit.
I'll be 100%. Until I see a factual yes or no.
Oh, man, I'm going to piss off the right wing by saying right-wing freaks. I say leftoid freaks all the fucking time, but I say right-wing freaks and everybody freaks the fuck out.
I'm not going in on this.
That brings us to getting down the line when we see this channel here, the TISM, the Incredible Salt Mine, which was banned. It brings us to the lawsuit. So this lawsuit...
Yeah, see, I lost viewers because I said right-wing freaks. Okay.
Brought up by Chad Hughes, who threatens here the Jermageddon begins Monday morning. If Kino Casino clips isn't restored, we are drafting the document now for Team YouTube.
So I heard that Kino Casino made kind of like an expose on TheQuartering. Listen, man, Jeremy, if you're watching this video...
Bro, he doesn't know what's going on. Kino Casino made an expose, like talking about they made one video. No, bro, this has been going on for a fucking month. Every single day it made an expose. Like, you're literally just talking about this because it's trending. That's the only reason he's talking about it. Like, get fucking real, dude. Like, this is a major L for Tectone.
Channels are gonna talk, bro. They're always gonna.
I still love them though.
Talk you. And here's the crazy thing. It really don't matter if what they're saying is fake or not. It doesn't. The reality is if your channel gets obliterated by 1, 10, maybe even 100 hate videos, then your channel was never going to live long term regardless. When you want to do in these situations, isn't freak the fuck out, lash out, copyright strike everybody, say, no, you're not allowed to say mean things about me. Just make better content.
True.
Dead ass, bro.
Yep.
I mean, look, here's the reality, Quartering. Destiny admitted to having child porn on his computer, and bro's still doing fine. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
that's true,
just keep your head down, bro. Swallow your fucking pride. I know these things that people say about you hurt your feelings, right? But you can't go around copyright striking motherfuckers' channels because they said something mean about you that hurt your feelings. That's gay as like that's unconstitutional, especially if you're someone who believes in free speech. So, like, listen, man, I still don't know if there's any truth to any of this, but if there is, you can't go around copyright striking people's channels because.
What about all the other shit though? What about all the fighting on X? What about the alt accounts? What about all the cuckoldry? What about all the creeping on his women? The power dynamic shift and everything. Like, what about all this shit, huh? Not gonna talk about that? I wonder why that is, Tectone. You don't want to talk about sexual allegations, probably because everybody brings that up on you, and he doesn't know anything about it. The Ren Fair thing is the most obvious thing.
They were mean to you, bro. Just let them talk. It doesn't matter, okay? And straight up, corny as fuck if you actually did. So I don't know. Corny. It'd be corny as fuck if you did that.
YouTube and Google, Mr. Jeremy Hambly and Melanie Mack. This is an
Also, I'm not jerking off right now. I got this big ass pimple on my leg.
Opt-in with my law firm agreeing to take on if at least 5 creators join. Quartering blocked me because I kept getting him ratioed with the truth, but he can't play power games against people who aren't afraid of his power and live in the real world. Andy Worski should be restored too. We need an apology from Germany as well. Accountability. He even dragged Chrissie Mayr into this and illegally forced her hand. That's not right. And they have this lawsuit.
Yeah, this guy's not involved in anything. Who fucking asked him to do this? It'd be one thing if a bunch of creators that actually were involved in this shit came together for a lawsuit, but this guy is just like, I'm putting together this. Who wants to join me? Because I've decided that I'm going to cancel TheQuartering. That's not what we're doing here. We want accountability. We don't want to fucking cancel the guy. He's either going to take accountability or he's going to retain Lawcow status, which I think even if he did take accountability at this point, he is just going to be a Lawcow.
Drafted, and I have kind of the cover copy here. They have United States District Court Central District of California. Users affected by Jeremy Hambly, including but not limited to Kino Casino clips against Jeremy Hambly, Alphabet, YouTube, etc. So this is kind of the cover for a potential class.
Is Alphabet YouTube an actual channel? Because that's just what I call any LGBTQ2S QIAPPPP plus 789 to 168 channel. Is that a real channel or is that just like a fucking gay ass channel? I can't tell.
Class action. So let's get into whether or not this thing is going to hold weight and what I think. So first of all, with this, the applicable.
I take legal mindset opinion very seriously. He's pretty much right about almost everything he talks about legally. So I am curious what he thinks.
He talks about drama though, so I can't take him that seriously. He doesn't really talk about actual real stuff.
For misrepresentation is under section 512F, which creates a private right of action for knowingly materially misrepresenting something in a DMCA takedown. So in this case, if you falsely flag a channel and you know, hey, this thing is clearly fair use, or this thing is something that is clearly permissible, and I'm just flagging it to flag it, I'm flagging because I don't like them, etc. Yeah, that's not permitted. That gives you a private right of action under 512F. Other false flags that are not DMCA, so other things that were submitted falsely or problematic, other causes would fall under tortious interference of contract. So that's something separate. That's a separate civil claim that could be brought.
Sure.
In addition, Dankula and Bering, when they talk about the TISM podcast, depending on how they would want to deal with this, they might even have some sort of cause of action there because they would have a joint copyright ownership claim. So Jeremy essentially as one.
They're not gonna though. They don't care. Who the fuck cares? Like, who's gonna sue somebody over copyright because a show got deleted that definitely got archived that you can just re-upload? Like, they're not gonna take the time out of their lives to sue this guy. That's why I'm saying, like, this whole situation is dumb. Like, I'm on legal mindset side on that front where this whole situation is retarded. Like, why are we trying to sue TheQuartering? That's not what we're doing here. That just kind of makes everybody doing that look like a villain. Let's not get into that territory. Let's just make fun of the dude, bully him off the internet. Let's not force him off the internet. That's some bullshit.
Third owner of that did not, unless there's an agreement elsewise,
we have to make him decide that he wants to leave the internet, which, by the way, we did. Apparently, he said that he is leaving YouTube.
Just unilaterally delete stuff. Generally, that's something that you have to come to a consensus on.
Of course, if you are running a channel with other people, you should not be able to operate on that without the consensus of the other people in agreement. Absolutely.
And you have to all agree, hey, this is what we're doing before you delete something and get rid of that. So that's a separate thing for those.
Unless you're like Timcast IRL, if it's your show and they're just the guests, that's a little different.
Based on that interaction. So what would happen with the class? Well, with the class action, I actually don't think this class action will go anywhere. Here's the reason why. Class actions are rarely permitted for fair use analysis and fair use cases because it's on a video by video analysis. You go through each video and you say, is this fair use? It's hard to lump 5, 10, 12, 30 videos together and say, yeah, they're all fair use. No, one could be fair use and another couldn't. That's how fair use works. That is the nature of fair use. If you think about the Ethan Klein case, where he's facing Denims, Casey Tron, and Frogan, in that case, Denims could, for example, prevail and Frogan could lose. That's very much possible. Of course, Casey Tron has already settled, so she's already taken the L. In each particular case, they have to analyze the video to see, okay, exactly how much was used, how was it transformative, what's the commercial.
Or it's like the Mr. Pokey St. Tontas shit. Like, obviously, Mr. Pokey's in the wrong. Obviously, St. Tontas is in the right. You can't take a video where you specifically mention another content creator 5 to 6 times, say or reference him 5 to 6 times. That guy reacts to it, quadruples the length, and they're going to say, hey, man, you stole my revenue. No, he fucking didn't.
Nature, that's something that's case by case. So in this case, it would be much better and smarter if the individual lawsuits have a higher chance of success. It'd also be quicker, 6 months versus 2 years. Also, well-drafted cases are going to have a huge possibility of surviving a motion to dismiss, about a 70 to 80% chance if they're really well-written in this manner. And because the point of a lawsuit against Jeremy Hambly in TheQuartering is for nuisance value, to get him to settle. It's not to go through trial and to win. It's not to get some sort of massive thing after a jury verdict, etc. It's to get him to settle this, to get it to go away, because essentially it's going to cost him attorney's fees, time, discovery. He's going to have all his emails out there, all of his communications, and he doesn't want that. So what is that? Well, that is about in the case of news.
We have to actually get somebody who was actually affected by him to sue him, not some random asshole that nobody's ever heard of.
value, defending even one federal DMCA case can cost $50K to $300K. So
It's
anywhere in
very
that range
expensive.
is very much reasonable for a federal DMCA case.
Very
so if he's
expensive.
trying to quickly settle these
Oh,
cases,
that's the amount that the quartering has left before he goes completely bankrupt. Oh shit, they're gonna try and take everything from him. But like I said, like this ain't going nowhere.
and I've worked on these sort of situations when I was corporate counsel and dealing with these sorts of transactions.
I wasn't going to mention this publicly, but I was recently falsely copyright striked. I appealed it and I got it removed very quickly because these people, and it's not with any content creators that you know. It is a very obscure YouTube channel. I took care of it because
I got my fucking Markiplier video copyright claimed by some fucking random company from a different country, and it got removed. As in, the video got removed completely outright. They just like completely took down my video.
Because they knew I was very well equipped to not let these people bully me, and they dropped it. But it took, I'm not gonna lie, like a month and a half, which was a pain in the ass. And the worst thing was, I was reacting to another content creator who made this video 2 years ago and used their footage from a year ago from that video for maybe about 10% of his video. And the channel that he reacted to, and me reacting to his video of his reaction to that video, got copyright struck, which it's absurd. But there are some people who just don't want any criticism whatsoever.
Why are we talking about this? I don't give a shit.
They will try to take advantage of this and find.
We're talking about the quartering.
You can see these settled for 5K, 10K, 20K, 25K, very routinely, just as a go away cost. As a, hey, we don't want to spend even our staff time on this. Let's just get rid of this for, 5K, 10K, 20K. And that could be very, very reasonable if it was one person. But the problem is this could be dozens of people, dozens of creators coming after Hambly. So for example, if you had a dozen cases at 10K each, well, then you've easily got over 100K. It's death by 1,000 cuts. And rumors are spreading, of course, that Jeremy Hambly is in a dire financial situation.
Damn.
So here's my final judgment. Hambly is digging himself deeper in with potential legal trouble in what he's saying. Now, not everything he's done is necessarily illegal. The person in the original post commented about Chrissie Mayr. Nothing about...
I'm sorry, but copyright striking is just fat behavior, period. I absolutely agree.
His sort of relationship with Chrissie Mayr.
I'm surprised that Ren Fair hasn't tried to spark up a lawsuit, unless they're trying to. Because this situation isn't going away, and people keep bringing it up, and people keep talking about it, and it's making them kind of look bad that they let these creepos just walk around and do that kind of shit. They banned them, but you know.
Mayr appears to be illegal or merit a lawsuit there. That seems to be a stretch. However, some of these comments he's making about flagging channels, etc., or the desire to flag channels, desire to ban people, or his influence with YouTube, those could be used against him. That is something that potentially could be damaging for Jeremy. And reports of his dire financial situation put an incentive on small creators to file these nuisance claims. And they can go to a single law firm, go to that one law firm, and that law firm can come up with a very good form, a very good strategy for doing this, and file all of these small lawsuits in order to get Jeremy to be hit with that nuisance value that could exceed 100K, 200K, etc. if he sells
a lot of money.
So Jeremy could be in some hot water. But I want to know what you guys think. Is Jeremy Hambly...
Well, he's white, so at least he can swim.
I was kind of on board with this lawsuit at first until I realized that Kino Casino does not want this shit to be happening. This is not what they want. So I'm completely against this shit. All the people who are affected say they don't want it. Fuck off. So you know what I gotta say? They don't want it. Fuck off.
In my opinion, I want to weigh in before everything that is being claimed is confirmed. I will say, though, if you are a free speech advocate and then you are actively copyright striking other people's channels just because they're criticizing you,
like, you're only getting like 10% of it, man. What about all the other shit that you talk shit about other creators like Hassan Piker, but when it comes to a right-wing creator, you're not going to bring up the sexual misconduct? Are you serious? Are we fucking serious here? I wish we'd quit playing these political games where it's like a right-wing creator is getting canceled. We're not going to get into his sexual misconduct. And no shot he doesn't know about it. He's on X. This shit's fucking everywhere. All right, let's move on from the Hambly situation. I have to urinate, and I'm going to grab some coffee. Give me just a minute. What could I play on the screen that wouldn't be just stealing content? Let's see. Oh, buddy. Whoa, buddy. That's what I'm going to play. I'm going to play Whoa, buddy. Where's Whoa, buddy? Where's the Whoa, buddy? Buddy, whoa. Buddy, whoa. Oh, there's so much shit. Where the fuck are they? There it is. Right there, you get this one. Congratulations, while I go use the pisser and get me some coffee to...
Oh, buddy! Quartering exposed in DMs, blackmailing Sydney Watson, everybody, threatening her family and her personal life, and the expose of all this information. Sydney has recordings of Quartering drunk out of his mind, being a creep, lying, God only knows what, but she can't release them because Jer will destroy her entire life. He's silencing victims. He's the Harvey Weinstein of the right wing.
He's crazy.
Sydney Watson, though, like, starts off this interview by saying that she got into business relationship with two of the same type of man, which is, Elijah Schaefer was sued and like fired because he was like sexually harassing women. And then in one allegation, like physically assaulted a woman. And that's what Sydney Watson is saying Quartering is. So,
and that they're both alcoholics also.
Yes.
They can't handle running a show.
And he's the nice guy, TM, creepy guy.
Yes. Oh,
he's threatening to fight other men for her at the bar. My lady, I'll defend you to conquer you, and all this cringe, creepy shit. He got massively exposed on it. He's just been getting absolutely demolished day after day after day. His gay ops, deleting the Salt Mine channel exposed, having to delete his Twitter. And now he's at the point, folks, where he's groveling. He's begging his audience now to stay. Please, guys, please, I'll get into the article right away in my videos. I know you've been asking for this for years, and I'm not going to do the coffee ads at the beginning anymore, or the sponsors at the beginning. I'm going to get right into the news article. I mean, except for this first minute where I cry and tell you guys about how I'm going to get into the article without actually getting into the article. It's too late, Jer. It's too late, buddy.
Yeah. Hey guys, what is up?
It's over. Please
like,
hit
and he's
like.
panicking.
And he goes, leave a positive comment.
All right. All right. That's enough.
Robot years. Are you afraid of it? Everything you've heard about was true.